Welcome to this week's Scott's Sports Show. I am your host, Tyler Trumbauer. With the weather improving in Edinboro, if you haven't noticed by my sunburn, as of late, the softball team has been able to play and actually practice on its field. The team has been succeeding as well, going 6-4 in its last 10 games. They are 17-10-1 overall and 9-8-1 in the PSAC. To talk about that now, I'm joined by head softball coach Dan Gierlach and first baseman Haley Strubing. Coach, let's start off with you. The weather's been great. You've been able to practice, play games. Now that you're finally in the swing of things, what's your analysis of the team?
Well, the biggest thing is we hit the ball well when we're locked in. We can hit the ball. We've gotten very good pitching for the most part. As long as we stay on track and not try to do too much, do within yourself, we'll be in great shape. I think right through the lineup with Mary Louise, our 9 batter. She hit a home run against Mercyhurst. And even Laura Crooks, who's our number 2 batter, she hit a triple. Yes, she's a slapper. She hit a triple and a home run yesterday inside the Parkers. But we have that ability all the way through the lineup to hit the ball and hit it well.
Yep, Haley, you know a thing or two about hitting the ball a little bit. From a player perspective, how has this been to finally get going in the season, and every day you wake up, it's basically game day?
I think it's a lot easier. I think when we were on spring break, we had the same mentality because, we did have a couple cancellations, but we were playing a lot. And then when we came back, we went from playing all the time to just practicing in the dome, and it was hard going from outside to inside. But I think with the nice weather and having all these games, it helps you just get more comfortable, and you get used to being up there, and you get used to going up to bat. And I think it just helps a lot more with the nice weather.
Yeah, it's enjoyed by everybody, especially the team coach. So the nice weather, you've been able to play, and you've been succeeding in those games. As I mentioned in the opening, having a nice stretch here, and you put yourself in a prime position for a playoff push here in the final 7 to 10 days of the regular season. What is the team at right now? The state right now, you got about a couple games left. You're fighting for those last playoff spots. So what is the team doing well right now? What do they need to improve on to continue on?
I think the biggest thing is our conference is every game you're good enough to beat everybody, and everybody's good enough to beat you. So you have to get on a high note. You can't take anybody for granted. You got to go out and play. And I think we're getting there, little by little. We're still kind of young in some spots, but we're getting there. I think we can be a pretty good team when it's all said and done. And I think the more we're outside, the more we play, the better we become. We get better pitching. Like Haley said, the more I see pitching, the better hitters that you can be, and I think that's where we're at right now. We're starting to see pitchers every day. We're starting to get our at bats, and that's huge. So as long as we continue it and stay on a high note, we'll be in great shape.
Absolutely. You mentioned pitching there. For your team, you've been throwing about 2 or 3 different pitchers. Colette Lenhart's just been unbelievable, throwing her almost every single day, and she's responded well. She never seems like she tires out. For the rotation, multiple times on this show you've talked about how that is a strong suit. Do you feel it's really grown into what you said it was going to be?
I think for the most part, every pitcher has had a role in a lot of wins. Even yesterday, Sam Weaver coming in and starting the game, and then Taylor Payne coming out and shutting them down. Colette just had a hot hand. Taylor had a hot hand at one time. And even Carrie Stevens had a hot hand. And Abby's had a hot hand. So everybody's taking their turn in doing that. And Colette right now is throwing extremely well. But we need all the pitchers down the stretch. We'll need them all. And all play a pivotal role in what we're doing.
Certainly. Haley, what's the mood, what's the attitude in the locker room right now with the ladies? Success is obviously going to make things positive, but knowing, we were talking before we just went on now, you were talking about the playoff scenarios and where you are in the standings. So how aware is the team of that, and what is the mentality of the girls right now?
I think we're really excited for the most part. I was talking to Brooke Callaghan early this morning about playoffs and everything and where we're at and where we are in position with in relation to other teams. And I think what's good for us is that we have our next couple games, we have people that we have beaten, but that we it's just more of like a confidence going into it. It helps you, as opposed to other teams who still have to play, some really, really tough teams. I think, we have confidence going into our next couple of games, which will help us push through to get a better record and try and make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, you said you have some of those teams that you have previous success on. What does this team need to do to continue that success, make sure that you don't slip up down the stretch with about a week or two to go? Every game is winnable for either team, as Coach was alluding to earlier. What needs to happen to make sure that it's your team that gets the win?
Right. Well, I think, like our coaches tell us every day, you just got to keep pushing the gas pedal. I think it's important that, if we get a lead or something, we don't lighten up. You're never up enough, you're never down enough runs, right, Coach? So I think that's just important. I think it's important to get on each team early and then just to keep adding more runs as the game goes on.
Coach, obviously pushing that gas pedal and keeping on top of things is the message. So what is there a specific message going down the stretch here with games, as Haley alluded to, with teams you've already beaten, but then you also have some big guns over the weekend. You're going to have IUP and you're going to have Cal coming on into your field to face, and I mean, that might really decide your playoff fate depending on how the week goes. So what is going to be the specific message with each game being so crucial standings-wise?
Everything is almost like a playoff now. You're playing, the more you win, the better chance you have. We got to swing the bats. We got to stop looking at pitches, and these guys can tell you. I say it all the time. I think we defended pretty good. We just got to swing the bat, get up there, and when we do that, we're as good as anybody. And I think we can compete with anybody on any day. It's a matter of seeing the ball and just driving it and hitting it hard. And Haley came out yesterday and hit the ball extremely hard for us. And I think we did that yesterday. We hit the ball in a lot of key situations. We hit it hard. Weren't real smart in base running, but we hit the ball hard, and it was good to see. And I think the more we play, the more we see the live pitching, the better we're going to be. I think we got to stay up for every game. I tell them all the time, you're good enough to beat everybody, so is everyone else good enough to beat you. So it's a matter of getting on that high note and just staying there, and have your teammates pick you up.
Certainly. And one of those teammates that did a great job and was hitting the bat recently is Laura Crooks. She is this week's female Scott of the Week. Done an amazing job. She had, I think it was an 11-game hitting streak, and then had a snap, but got right back on it with that with the Sunday's performance as well. Just hitting-wise, is that what needs to happen? You've had Kylie has had some hitting streaks going on here. So do you feel hitting-wise, it's something you don't need to worry about? It's just kind of a mental thing, or what does it happen when they get to the plate?
There's a lot of mental involved with it. You can't get too high, you can't get too low. You've worked hard enough at it from, the fall all the way straight through that you have all the confidence in the world in my swing, and that's what we're getting to, I think, right now. If you don't get the job done, someone else is going to get it. Hit the ball hard and see what happens. If you don't make it on base, then someone else is going to pick you up, and I think that's what Kylie got on a couple times. We got her over and got her in, and that's huge early in the game. And I think everyone picks everyone up, but it's also contagious. When the top of the order is hitting, I think the bottom of the order is hitting. I think it's contagious. If we hit the ball hard from right from the start, I think it's contagious right through the lineup, and even the kids sitting on the bench, and that's where it's fun. That's where it gets fun. Just get up there and swing, because you never know what's going to happen.
Slugfests are always enjoyable by the team and really the fans as well, Coach, and hopefully it's contagious throughout the lineup, throughout the week, and hopefully into the postseason as well for your squad. So good luck in these last few games. The ladies wrap up the regular season by visiting Clarion on Friday, hosting IUP on Saturday, then Cal on Sunday. Both contests for Saturday and Sunday begin at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. On the other side, we will talk with the Edinboro men's tennis team, fresh off winning the PSAC regular season title. We'll be right back. The Edinboro men's tennis team claimed the PSAC regular season championship this past weekend with a 7-2 win over Kutztown. Talk about that now. I'm joined by head tennis coach Lee Underwood and member of the men's tennis team, Vitor Albanese. Guys, first off, congratulations on the accolade for the regular season. Coach, I know things were a little rough for the team in a couple weeks ago, about March. They were having some tough losses in the spring break trip. What do you think changed from then to now being PSAC regular season champs?
Well, I mean, I think all along we were in line to be able to do that. We had some regional losses at 5-4s that could have went either way, we've been able to peak the last several years here in April, and we've done pretty well. I felt like if we got outside, start getting things rolling, we're a better outside team than we were an inside team. And, when we start getting those matches outside, I think that, that helps us. We're starting to play better as a unit now. Guys, I'm getting, very consistent results, especially out of our doubles. We're playing at a very high level right now with our doubles. And we're looking to start peaking.
Yeah, how important is it to peak at the right time? I mean, right now you want to be playing at your best with the postseason coming, but how important is it to not peak too early, too late? How important is it to hit it at the right point?
Well, I mean, in every book, there's a part in the book that decides, how everything goes, and that's if you don't peak in April, there's never a very good story ending. So, we like to have a good ending to the story, and I think that if we keep continuing to do the things we've been doing here lately, keep playing with the passion and enthusiasm that we're doing, that we'll be in the line to be able to do that. It's a tough league. We're going to play Westchester this Friday. We won 6-3 against them. They lost 5-4 to Mercyhurst, and Kutztown beat them 5-4. So, there's the 4 teams that's in our PSAC tournament are all capable of winning on any given day, and that's what I'm going to be stressing going forward. That that we're not in the driver's seat until it's over.
Very true. Vitor, coach said that right now you're still writing this story. You're still writing that for you. How has this story been to get to this point from a player perspective? The team is now peaking at the right point, and they're finally starting to figure things out from singles to doubles. How has that gone from a player perspective?
I think we are doing a pretty good job now in doubles. This didn't happen at the beginning of the season. And also in singles, we started playing really well right now. And I think we have a good chance to do a good job in PSAC tournament.
Yeah, doubles is doing extremely well, as Coach alluded to, and yourself. Singles is doing well. You have bumped up since joining the team to the top singles position. You've done an extremely great job there, 8 to 9 consecutive wins singles, and you're doing it pretty handily too. On Sunday, I think you won 6-2, 6-3 at Kutztown. What do you make of that streak? Do you feel anything different? What's your mindset going on when you're out there during win after win after win?
I think I have a good beginning here at Edinburgh. Coach Lee, Coach Alex, and all the teammates are helping me so much in my beginning. And I think I just think win the next match. I don't think so forward, I just think next small steps. And I just think win the next match, and I don't care if how many wins I will have straight. I just want that Edinburgh wins and try to help them.
Yeah, and you've done a great job, and for that you are Male Scott of the Week for this week for continuing on and helping the team get to the PSAC regular season title. Coach, so now you just mentioned Westchester, all the different results just kind of lumping in together to making it one heck of a tough PSAC tournament. With the experience that your team has, do you think that might give you maybe an edge too, or do you feel not really because a lot of teams have some postseason experience?
I don't really buy a whole lot into the experience thing. I've been at several places, won some conference tournaments with having a bunch of freshmen. Last year we came out of nowhere, won the conference tournament, won a regional championship. Experience is nice to have, but I've always thought it was overrated. The biggest thing that I think is I try and make sure that we don't look into the future. I have guys ask me all the time, where's the NCAA tournament? I'm not even thinking about it. I got Westchester coming up, and that's the only thing on my mind. And if we're lucky enough to beat Westchester, I'll be thinking about the next team that we're going to play the next day. I've been doing this for 24 years, and I can tell you that anytime you start looking ahead or think that some team is not capable of winning, I mean, look at Kentucky. I mean, one of the best basketball teams we probably have had in this country in quite some time, and they're not national champions. So, they 2 wins away. So, I mean, you cannot look ahead, and we're not going to.
Very true. Let's steer right off of Westchester and the men's team for a second. Let's just jump onto the women's team real quick. Wrapped up the regular season this past week and their campaign overall as they did not qualify for the PSAC postseason. Just some thoughts on that season overall. I mean, they were ranked regionally pretty high at one point in time, fell back a little bit due to some losses. So kind of summarize the 2014-15 season for the women's team?
Well, I think they'll still finish in the top 10 in our region in the ITA. I think it could be summed up pretty quickly by, we had 3 5-4 losses and 1 6-3 loss, 3 of those being in region, and we just never really got our mojo going. We have 3 of those 4 there, and we're probably 6th or 7th looking at the NCAA tournament right now. I thought the match, we went down the line with IUP at the very end. I thought Maria Tamuzic played a great match there, as best she's played all year. It was the way I felt like she could have played all year. But we just, the guys have gotten to where we're getting, 5 points each time. The girls were just, we're just 1 point away, and it was all within reach. So that's going into the next year. That's the plan. Iron those things out and get better and start growing as a team.
Absolutely, Vitor. From the player perspective, coach says 1 match at a time. It's Westchester, Westchester, Westchester. What is your thought process of yours and the teammates going into this weekend and first off Westchester?
I think we are the actual champions, but we need to be humble. We need to focus just on this match. We don't need to care about the another semifinals. We just need to focus on this match and concentrate to try to do a good job.
And hopefully you do, as you will head to the East to partake in the PSAC tournament. You will be the top seed, but as Coach pointed out with Kentucky, that doesn't mean much of anything. So good luck, guys, and congratulations on the regular season crown. The Scots will now be the top seed in the PSAC championships, which are Friday, Saturday at Bloomsburg University. When we return, we will spotlight this week's Scots of the Week and preview the upcoming schedule of events. Congratulations to Vitor Albanese and Laura Crooks of the men's tennis team and the women's softball team for being named this week's male and female Scots of the Week. Albanese has been hot on the courts as of late as he won his 9th straight singles match with his victory in #1 singles at Kutztown on Sunday. Crooks had a solid day on Sunday against Pitt Johnstown. Before the game, she had an 11-game hitting streak snapped, but she bounced back against the Mountain Cats. Crooks went 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored, an RBI, and 2 stolen bases in the first game, and followed that up with a 2 for 3 performance at the plate in the second game, including an inside-the-park home run. Now let's take a look at what lies ahead for Edinboro's student athletes. A quick schedule this week. Track and field will be at Hillsdale Invitational for Friday and Saturday. That actually starts on Thursday as well. And then tennis, good luck to them out at Bloomsburg in the PSAC Championships. Softball looks to wrap up the regular season schedule, visiting Clarion and then coming back over the weekend to host IUP and Cal. Try to make it out to an event and support Edinboro's student athletes. That's all for this week. Thanks for watching, and go Borough.